Thank you for staying with us. Of course, we know that the English Premier League matches this weekend have been postponed till further notice due to the demise of the Queen. All right, talking about the agenda for 2023 general election, of course, the media also has a role to play in setting that agenda. The youths, the electorate, the politicians, the political parties, the women who are participating in politics, we all have a stake in setting this agenda. But to go, to take off, I think it's better we take this background report put together by Francis Obe.
In a few days' time, the Independent National Electoral Commission will formally declare Nigeria's political space open for campaigns by candidates flying the flags of the respective political parties. What should Nigerians be looking out for from the various flag bearers?
For many decades now, we haven't moved away from our problems. Listening to campaigns 50 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, we are still mentioning issues that borders on economy, unemployment, education, power, road infrastructure. There are areas whereby as a nation we ought to have moved. Because everybody will come and, we'll do roads, we'll build hospitals, we will create jobs. But how do you create jobs? How do you build hospitals? And I think that's what we should be watching as the campaigns are declared open.
As politicians seeking elective offices will be traversing the length and breadth of this country for support, what will be the nature of their campaigns?
What I've discovered many times, people are not interested in what you say. They are rather interested in, at the end of the meeting, what do we go home with? And I don't totally blame them. The reason is that they have experienced several politicians coming to talk and to talk and to talk without seeing it being materialized. So, if anybody comes now and says, this is what I will do, we've heard that before. So sometimes they get interested in, at the political rally, what they will take home. If they were comfortable, they have food to eat at home, they will come and really sit down and listen to. You don't even need to tell them. They will ask you, what are you bringing to the table?
The premium on political power in Nigeria is so high that politicians are prone to take the most extreme measures in order to win and maintain political power. How should the issue of vote buying be addressed?
Most times when people ask me, I need school fees for my children, I need money to pay for my father or my mother or my auntie, sisters, brothers, cousin that is sick in one hospital, even if they are lying, what I say is that the situation in the country has made them vulnerable, who has opened them to be able to lie. If there were health insurance, if there were free education, the person will not see health as an avenue to get money from you. It's easier to say, okay, as I go out for campaign, I won't give anybody money. But I tell you, it's almost not possible, because you see, you are directly, you are faced with challenges like this. So sometimes you go out for campaign and you see somebody sick. What do? You give them money. Sometimes people that come for political rally don't even have money to return. So what do? And come for this rally. But if I know that the like of Francis are the one that came for the meeting, they have their cars, they have their money in their pocket, I know what brought them is not because they wanted to get 2 naira from me. If I see somebody even far, far richer than me, but I'm just opportune to be his representative, I know that that person is not coming for money. Even me, I have to sit up and know things I need to discuss there.
A report by the Gender Strategy Advancement International has disclosed that women political participation in Nigeria falls below the world and Africa continental standards. The national average of women's political participation in Nigeria remains at 6 to 7% in elective and appointive positions, which is far below the global average of 22.5%. African regional average of 23.4% and West African sub-regional average of 15%.
If you don't have regard for women, then you don't have regard for your mother. Then you don't think your daughter can offer anything. If I can sit with my mother today and get advice, then I believe that women have something to offer. And if I'm training my daughter to be something tomorrow, then that means women have responsibility, what to offer. But the first thing is that sometimes, again, challenges that women have are women. Women have the number. But I tell you, most times, women are even the enemy of themselves.
The exclusive preserved role once held by the gentlemen of the press in news gathering, dissemination and public opinion molding has now been democratized and thrown open to just anybody who possesses a smartphone, laptop, as well as internet connection. What role should the media play in the forthcoming campaign season? Our focus on Weekend Deal today will be on agenda setting for 2023 election.
I think we can all agree that Nigeria has some challenges that needs to be resolved when we talk about election generally in Nigeria. But INEC is doing its bit in ensuring that they provide Nigerians with free, fair, and credible election. The electorate must also continue to play their part by asking the politicians who are vying for their votes, for some elective position, to ask them and engage them on what they intend to do when they get to the office, because it's all about ideas and not just about seeking for this power, because that has been the concentration instead of it to be a competition for ideas.